Dan Lutz, and I'm here with my co-host.
Tank?
And we're here on the front lines in the battle against the deep state, the cabal, the Illuminonkeys, and all those that wish to enslave all of humanity for their own selfish reasons. How's it going today, Tank?
It's going okay. Don't have a real solid report at the moment. I mean, I got word from this compliance guy at banks that told us something that didn't quite make sense. And he said that none of the money would be released until the markets went back up. Then he said that where the money comes from matters. He suggested places like South Africa. He said it could have sent money from South Africa somewhere else. He said best to come from Switzerland and the United States. These things are not true. He did not send money from South Africa. So
yeah, someone's feeding him a line of garbage is what's going on.
Right. So Kim's response was the money that she sent on Thursday, she said she pulled it back already, as well as all of the money that they stole. So I'm not sure exactly what she's referring to, but that could mean a lot of things. They've stolen a lot of money. So I would say between that and the oil markets and various other moves of desperation, it's a pretty aggressive kind of a cyber civil war going on right now,
Yeah, and of course, all of the other people in the GCR world were going, "Oh, the GCR is about to happen."
Yeah.
Surprisingly, they didn't say, "Oh, make sure the money comes from Zimbabwe."
Yeah, I got word on that too on security front. They told me that their plan was to steal the money from Kim on Monday. Because they all thought they were getting paid on Monday, so they were going to steal the money. They thought they were going to steal the money that Kim put out there. And fat chance on that one. Good luck, idiots. So they had an emergency meeting of the order over the weekend, right? So they came together, and in their brilliant planning, they decided to do the exact same thing they've done every other time, which is basically nothing. So good job, guys. Yeah. so there's that.
Yeah. Well, that's, I guess, the only thing that they can do. So just keep delaying, not allowing it to resolve over this last hurdle, right? For them to credit the accounts for people to use.
Well, the draconian queen gave them a pretty stern warning from what I understood. Told them that plan's off. So for them to keep doing that, I would have to believe there's consequences for their actions. Probably far, supersede anything that we could craft up. So.
Well, it's kind of like this guy in the compliance, right? They're feeding him a line, right? He's just going along with it. He knows not of the draconian queen, right? Or anyone that probably fed him the information, or above them, or above them. How far it goes up before it gets back to, oh, well, we know what the draconian queen is, and we're not going to mess around. These people are just, following what they always do, right? They follow the people that they were told to follow. Right, and anyone they tell you to do something, you do it. You get a phone call on the burner phone. You listen to what they have to say. So,
yeah, basically. So I don't know. I mean, all this stuff it just is it's kind of just getting tiring. It's not doing anything for the planet or the people or any of the inhabitants herein, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, they continue to stall, and every single person that continues to go along with what they're saying, is just being played a fool. Meanwhile, the actual quantum system, has the ability to manipulate and tune into frequencies of thought patterns, mind control that Kim will not utilize, right? Which I'm not recommending she does. I understand that's unethical, but it's unfortunate that these guys have been programmed one way so heavily that they really are missing what's going on. It's like you have this opportunity to be a hero by turning on these monsters, and all you got to do is give up your control and you can be free and you can free billions of people. Instead, you'd rather, continue to be a slave to a ghost who you don't know where they come from, what they're doing, what their purpose is, what your purpose is. All that gets old.
Yeah. Well, that's just really disappointing. So what's the next step now?
I really don't know. I know that Kim was very close to being able to clear transfers and do instant credits. So the next step, she's getting to a place where she wants to be able to do that without any interference from them whatsoever.
Yeah, and then they have no part anymore, right? Then they have nothing to say after that, right? There's no, we'll help you now.
Right. Yeah, it's like, no, you don't get to come on board after you're beaten to a pulp, right? And like you were given every opportunity to just stand down. Now it's okay. There's no way you're going to win. There's no way. So all types of moves of desperation coming out. So here in New York, where there's not a single death from the coronavirus, there's, I don't know, allegedly, a few people, that are infected. So the city of New Rochelle, which is just outside of New York, is being turned into a detainment center, which this is exactly what I predicted would happen back in December, right? The Cuomo was going to declare a state of emergency, set up a detainment center, and now here it is happening, right?
Yep.
So that's not good, But I don't know what that means. I've got other sources on the other side, and I don't know if this is true. I can't validate it. This is total speculation because I don't, trust the sources. But and I trust the individual who told me, but he didn't trust the sources. But they're saying that potentially this means that this is just a ruse. They're going to start putting people up in those sealed indictments, which is always the bait they throw at us. When everything when they want to stall us a little longer.
Well, I just find it interesting, like Epstein, right? Where of all the prisons to move them to, why New York? So all of these things that they're trying to do, why do they push it there? Why don't they do it in, I don't know, a conservative state, right? Move them into places that actually has some security, even a private prison or an army base. Put them under the MPs. Put them in Guantanamo.
That's what you would do if you were actually doing that.
Yeah.
Kim made a good point the other day. She's like, if you arrest them and take them out and the system's not fixed, what happens? Somebody else takes the place and does the exact same thing they did.
Right.
So what good does it do? So until you fix the system and you just deal with the monster versus the monster you don't. Versus trying to re-educate some brand new person trying to prove themselves, they'll be twice as bad.
Right.
So, I mean, it's everything's in kind of a state of catastrophic failure, but in reality, everything's coming together.
Yep.
Excuse me. So, I mean, my sense of the overall situation is that everything is aligning in our favor, right? There's just a lot of factors we don't know, and it's probably because we can't really take action on them. So, part of being human is being able to trust, and to be honest, sometimes there's no other choice. Trust is going your way, or fall apart in fear, doubt, worry.
Well, I trust it's going our way. And I also trust that they're going to be stupid and continue to try and block things and come up with stupid reasons, like why it can't go through. So what was going to, it's like, do they realize that they're being played? That's I just wonder. It's just no matter.
I think they really think that. It's like sometimes when people gas you up enough, like you start to believe the hype, right?
Yeah.
So, people look at like these different, millionaires and billionaires and think that they're geniuses, right? I think they're geniuses. How'd they make all this money? They're so brilliant.
Right.
They did something innovative and original. It's like they really did. right? They use the same methods of human trafficking, the opium markets, to basically cover up the billions of dollars they made. They covered it in, outdated tech that they sold off as like this new latest thing while they used, their own carrier service for the internet and had all types of access to amazing technology, right? But, they're professional criminals, right? That is who has been ruling the world. And, their reign is over. It's just collapsing around them. Like, they can't access their money. They can't move their money. They can't buy anything. You have all these ships that are waiting offshore, right? With shipments coming to the United States. And they can't get here. Because this happens all the time, and we know this. You can go on a map and you can actually see the cargo ships where they're at.
Right.
And you'll see they're moving offshore, and they're filled up, and they end up turning back going around because they're not getting paid. Because the order has no way of paying them. Then you got, you pulled up the shipping docks there in California, I think.
Right. Yeah.
It's the same story here in New York. So even in my town, like, you couldn't buy toilet paper today because it's Costco and Walmart were out of toilet paper because people were in panic mode. So they loaded up on toilet paper.
Yeah,
right?
that's what you got to make sure you got is toilet paper. Believe me.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Right?
Yeah. Now,
So
I'll get a little since I've been around the world a bit, where most places don't have toilet paper, and so you say, well, what do you do when you don't have any toilet paper? It's kind of like in that. Remember that? I think it was a Judge Dredd or one of those like Sylvester Stallone movies. They said you got the three seashells, right? Well, what do you do? Well, there's this three seashells. Try to say that 3 times fast. So and they say, well, don't you know how to use the 3 seashells? Well, no, I don't. Well, what do you do when you don't have toilet paper? And I actually went for a haircut yesterday, and I'm leaving, and I decided, well, I've got to use the facilities before I leave. I'm so glad I had a 5 peso coin that I could pop it in the machine and get a little package of tissue. But in many places they don't. You'll find a cup with some water. Then you figure out what to do after that.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I remember I'm like 22 years old. I'm in India, and this is kind of similar in Japan, but they literally just have a hole on the ground, right? And it's like a latrine, right? One of these, but it just drops to an open pit below. But it's on the ground. It's ground level. There's no seat. What do? You got to figure out these things. There's nothing to hang from the ceiling on, So you got to figure out these things. Anyway, that's a little bit of a sidetrack. So anyway, buying out all these goods, and no one has anything anymore. And it's like, oh well, great. The business has now just stockpiled all the money, right, that they've been using. Now what are they gonna do? They have nothing on their shelves to sell, so they got to wait for the next shipment.
Well, so I don't know. So, anyways, it's all drama. You do things like that. Why? To create more chaos, right? From order, from chaos comes order, the order, right?
Yeah.
So that's going on, and I don't know what else is happening.
Well, it's the calm before the storm. It really Q is dark, right? They came out with one because someone asked for him to have the president confirm something, like the meme with Trump holding a violin, right? And so that happened. So there was a Q proof there, but that's it. There's nothing else. At least I haven't checked this morning. Really, I could check, see if something comes up. But it's kind of implied from a couple of the sources out there that this calm before this quiet period. I'll say so. March 10th. Oh, there's a couple. God wins. Okay, yeah, that's the same thing. There's just a couple from yesterday. So, that this quiet period is what they're using to pick up people, right? The people that that all of a sudden are retiring. Well, there's other people that are being picked up. So, the house cleaning is happening. We're just not seeing it. What we expect CNN to report on it? Fox,
Right.
So who's going to report on this, right? It's all, they're just gone, right? These people are gone. Right? So we're not going to see. This is, it is interesting. It's kind of the opposite of what was going to be happening to us, right? The good guys would have been just picked up and gone, right? All of a sudden, poof, there goes Dennis Prager. Where's Dennis Prager? Dennis Prager's gone. It's like one of the main ones that they banned right away. Actually, he's Candace Owens is working for Dennis Prager. It's interesting. Kind of hard to make Candace Owens go, though.
Yeah,
she's in the spotlight.
Candace Owens, she's so badass. So, man, they waived all the co-pays for everybody with the coronavirus, right? So there's going to be no insurance costs for the hordes of people that will be coming in now. You're going to have everybody's going to be coming in. And you know what everybody's going to find out when they go in to get tested for the coronavirus? There's no test. So how are they diagnosing all these people with coronavirus?
Right.
There's like a limited amount of test packets in certain areas, right? I mean, that's as of like 3 or 4 days ago. They didn't happen. You had people calling this Corona hotline and stuff.
Yeah, like 1 million of them shipped out yesterday, on Monday. And then they were going to have like 4 million following up, right after that. So, they're en route, right? But yeah, how do they diagnose it?
I mean, how are you diagnosing all these people now?
So I picked up on this story that the coronavirus test was available from the World Health Organization, but it had a 30% failure rate, positive or negative. So what good would that be, right? Because how many people slipped through? 30% that actually had it, went out into the world. Hey, I had the test, I'm clear. And then they just end up spreading it more and more and more. So, it was good that Trump rejected that. That we'll make our own.
The coronavirus is the common cold, by the way.
It is, yes.
It is the common cold with a slight mutation to have it spread faster. Yeah. That's all it is.
And it's burning out already. Here's a couple other things that I found out about it. The survival. I think I got a graphic on that. Let me pull that up. But the survival rate is kind of like 99.7% if you're under the age of 70.
Those are the stats?
Yeah. So that's the survival rate. If you're under age 70 and you catch it, then the basically 99.7%. Let me get the exact figure. I'm just trying to get there. Why can't I find this? Wow.
Yeah. So basically, it's a non-threat. It's a non-issue.
Oh, right. Exactly. It's a non-issue. It's just there.
Yeah. You have the same chance of getting killed by lightning. Basically, it's just not even that. Maybe slightly more than lightning.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's unimpressive, and this carries on. I mean, I really think
Okay,
you gotta,
I've got it now. Let me share this. Okay, here it is. Let me share it to you so you can see it. So every election year has a disease. So it's SARS in 2004, avian 2008, swine 2010, MERS 2012, Ebola 2014, Zika 2016, Ebola 2018, and Corona 2020. And then it says coronavirus has a contagion factor of 2, SARS was 4, measles is 18. So, much less contagion factor. The coronavirus has a cure rate of 99.7% for those under age 50. Oh, I was off by I thought it was 70. That's another note. So this is a viral pneumonia being hyped as the Black Plague for an election. This is posted outside a doctor's office. It's kind of, telling.
yeah, it says so.
Yeah.
I mean,
there was a couple of other things that came up for us, like from Dan Bongino, he was going some facts about this, and and all basically that it's just the flu. That's all it is, and it's just hype. I think that factor of over the age of 70, though the death the average age of death for someone who dies from it is 80. Right, that's the average age. That means when you're 70, right, you're still more likely to die than not, but it's less than if you're 80. And then, of course, at 90, there's less people, right? So the people that die there, so it's skewed. But there's an actual bell curve on when things become infectious, they take hold, and then it basically trails off, especially when it becomes summertime. It's summertime here in the Philippines. I don't know about. I mean, I'm now retreating to the air-conditioned room when it gets down. The sun starts setting because the humidity rises. But it's warm. It's like in the 80s and 90s right now. So there's no. It's not going to survive here. But they're still talking about locking down is the term they're using in Manila. They're going to lock down Manila. It's just scare tactics, right?
Yeah, like this has got to be, one of the last attempts to just, wreak havoc and create an opportunity. In their mind, they still think they're masters at creating chaos and then profiting from it. But that only works when you have absolute control of everything. When you have absolute control of nothing, then chaos, you can't just draw out order from chaos. From chaos comes more chaos until you basically burn yourself out, and then people rise up and will create our own order. Which, I guess from that standpoint, it's got to be here. Thomas was warning about the Ides of March, right? Coming up here, that I guess that's some kind of a deadline. I'm not sure. I think that lines up with the original deadline that we had 7 months ago, right?
Oh, the 6-month window. Yeah. Well, so, I think we're well on our way to moving them out, right? Just whether it's going to be reported on the news. I don't see.
It has. I really think you're seeing this happen. I mean, look, all these CEOs have stepped down. You just had Now, I think this is very good news. You had Wells Fargo. You had a bunch of their board of director members step down, right? Now, they're not really stepping down. They're getting fired because they're pedophiles, right? That's what's actually happening. They're getting exposed. So all these CEOs that are suddenly stepping down in harmony, it's in harmony with listen, we're going to fire you or expose you completely to everyone. You know?
Right. Well, I think we're going to see a lot more of that accelerating, right? We're going to see it accelerate. The people just bowing out, which is a good sign. I mean, they're out of it. All these power positions are gone, and they're going to be filled up with more people. If they fill them up with more people of the same ilk, they're not going to last long. In fact, they're the ones that will probably get the brunt of all the problems, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's at this point, you have to think they've spent so much money trying to keep an illusion alive, right? I mean, so much money. I know at one point, like they were spending like I don't know something I've seen like $500 billion a month or something just to try to stop Kim, right? Anything to stop progress is basically what the plan was, right?
Right. Yeah, we can't have them actually have access to anything. That would really just, they don't want. They think that when that's gone, they absolutely will not be able to have any money. That they're going to be totally out. Instead of picking up and starting a project. Yeah, hey, they got a lot of experience in the world, right?
No, they don't.
They don't.
No, they don't. Well, what the hell experience do they have?
They have a lot of experience in stopping things, so we can put them in charge of stopping things.
Yeah, we'll turn them into a dam. We'll pile them up to stop water. It'll be fine. Okay. I mean, but seriously, what experience do they have? I was watching Bloomberg the other day trying to mingle with the people, right? He was having trouble just making his own cup of coffee, right? Because he doesn't do that. He has people do that for him, right? So
I thought it was funny when they caught him eating pizza. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, Bloomberg eating pizza. It was not a very good sign for coronavirus because after he picked it up, he licked his fingers.
Oh.
Right, so they kind of on that. I said, well, I can't say that I haven't licked my fingers from pizza. but the way they caught him on it, right? It was kind of like it made him look like the worst possible thing, right? You could possibly do in eating pizza with your, he was licking your fingers. I mean, it's not finger licking pizza, but there is finger licking good chicken.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just I don't see what I don't see how it's like. How do you? I don't see how we could possibly do project funding because how can you? I mean, think about it. They've had project funding their whole life.
I know how we can. I know it's a perfect project. It's a banker retraining project.
By then?
No, they all get to go to it, right? I don't know. We could have some of them.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. That's a good idea. We'll do that, and we'll also have Richard Simmons teach a global gym class for the whole world. Those are both good ideas.
I don't know if Richard Simmons is he still doing videos.
Man, I don't know. I always laugh whenever I think of Richard Simmons doing a workout video and just how much he's so excited.
Of course, his hair was naturally that perm curliness.
I'm sure it's very natural. I'm sure it's natural. It's great. It's great. So, anyways, yeah. So, man, dude, my voice is kicked. I'm really struggling with talking, so
it's okay.
If
we're good already.
Bail out.
We can do a half an hour. It's all right.
Good, cool, in the gang. Appreciate you as always, Dan.
appreciate
And the
you.
fight continues.
Yes, it does. And until tomorrow,
All right, man.
everyone. We'll see
All right.
you.
Have a great night.
Good night.